I can't believe that as soon as I'm gonna start filming, the baby decides to wake up. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So I feel like I just clapped real close to my chest. So yes, welcome back to my channel. I've been gone for a while just because I wasn't feeling inspired. I wasn't feeling inspired to like film, although I had 1,000,001 ideas, but I just for some reason wasn't inspired. I just wanted to just be home with the baby and relax and do stuff around the house. So yeah, no excuse, but it's my excuse. But I'm here today to do my go-to fall makeup. So let's just get right into it because I like to ramble. I already moisturized my face with the Bioderma I always forget the name of this. Moisturizing cleansing milk. So I use that to moisturize. I cleansed my face, I use that. And then I think I want to do like affordable products. So everything that I'm going to be using is affordable, everything that I have here in front of me. But since I like a matte foundation and it is very dry outside and cold, I still like to moisturize a lot under. So it just doesn't look so like flat and thick and dry when I apply the foundation. You guys hear the baby? So I'm gonna go in with the rose water and glycerin spray from Heritage Store. I think they usually have this at like, not drugstores. Maybe drugstores, depending which one you go to. I think like beauty supplies. So I just shake it up, it's glycerin, and it just gives me a nice little like silky canvas to work on. Nice and moisturized. So I just spray that. Now that that's set into my face, I'm not gonna continue with my face. I'm just gonna have that like set in while I do my eyes and stuff. So for my eyes, well first I'm gonna go in with brows. I use the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Micro Brow Pencil in, the color was on the packaging. It looks like this. It looks like the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, which I'm gonna use after this. If I figure out the name, I'll link it down below. This is very annoying. I can't believe that the name is not on there. I like to use this one in the front of the brow since it's a little bit lighter and I don't like such a harsh brow in the front. So I just kind of like fill in like hair-like strokes, and I use like the slightest touch. If you use a heavy hand, it just is so hard to like fix. You know what? I'll just put it throughout my brow. I'll just use this one today. Also, let me know if this lighting is good. I'm still trying to play around with the lighting and like what my background should be. So I kind of already did my brows, so I don't really have to fill in that much. Although the front looks very blocky. You see something here? It's my mirror. I really love this pencil because it's super smooth. Like it's almost like jelly. Is it a gel one? I don't know. And then at the front, I like to create like little flicks. And then with the other end, the little spoolie, I'm just gonna brush up and like through the brow just to make sure that I got all the little spots that I needed to. Not liking my brows right now, but we're gonna go back to them towards the end. So that's that. My eyebrows are crazy. Maybe we should carve them out. I'm gonna mix this e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer with this Colourpop No Filter Concealer just because it's a little more yellowy. Put it on the back of my hand. I just put a tiny little bit like that. I'll mix the other one like right next to it. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm just gonna use a regular little flat brush. That's gonna mix around. So when I do clean them up like I'm doing now, I'll use more product at the end of the brows, and then when I only have a little bit of product left on the brush, I'll use that for the front. And I kind of just brush underneath like that. Beautiful. I'll do the top after. If you hear any like little sounds and little music, it's the baby. I'm watching him on the monitor. I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna use like a dark concealer. I'm gonna use, remember LA Girl? I'm gonna use the LA Girl concealer in Fawn. And instead of priming my eyes with something light, like concealer that's light so that all the colors show up, I'm actually gonna do a darker concealer on my eyes so that any brown that I put on top is gonna be like true to color. And I'm doing this with the same flat brush that I used to carve out my brows, since I'm not gonna use this on my brows again. And And then for eyeshadow, I'm gonna use one of these Juvia's Place palettes. This is the Nubian 3 Coral, and this is the Afrique. The Nubian 3 Coral palette looks like this, and I think I'm gonna use this one. This one has more of the colors that I'm aiming for. The only thing is, I don't really see a transition color in here. So for transition, I'm gonna go back to the Afrique palette, and I'm gonna take this like cool toned brown. It's called Kissy. This one, I love it. It's coming up a little bit more warm on camera, but it's like a neutral color. And just pop that into my crease. And I like to wing it out a tiny bit. Just extend it out this way. I'm done with the creases. Damn, I kind of like this Afrique palette a little bit better. Okay, let me use the Afrique palette again. And I'm going to use this color right here. It's like a burnt brownish. I'm just going to use this flat brush from MAC. It's the MAC 252. Put that all over the lid. Look how rich these colors are. And with whatever's left on the brush towards the end, I'm going to just like put it into the crease so it kind of melts in together with the first color that we used. Okay, so I finished the other eye. So I'm gonna go back in with the other brush that I used to apply my crease color, and I'm gonna mix both colors into my crease just so that both those colors are married, as they say. I'm going to use from Colourpop Cherish Super Shock eyeshadow. Super Shock Shadow. Super Shock Shadow. Wow, that's a tongue twister. Look how beautiful. It's like a bronzy rose gold color. Beautiful. So I'm just gonna use my finger with it. And that's why I love them, because you can just use your finger and it's lit. And I'm gonna put this right on my eyelids. And this is why I do my eyes before, especially if I'm gonna use like a shimmer, because it just goes all over the face. That's what the eyeshadow looks like. I'm just gonna use my Neutrogena makeup wipes. I have black on my face. I don't know why. See, like all the fallout. To smoke out my liner on top, and I'm not gonna wing it out. I'm just gonna do a little bit of liner on top. I always use my Juvia's Place palette. This is all of Juvia's Place right now. The Warrior 2 palette, and I use the don't make fun of me, one of them fell out. I always use this color up here, and this one I kind of like mix them so it's not too light but it's not too dark. And I use it on, where's the brush? I just use a liner brush like this. Can you see it? Like that. And it's the Morphe E29, and I just dip it in. I mix them both in. I just literally go back and forth like that. And I just put it really close to my lash line. And I kind of also like flick up. And that's how I do my smoked out lining on top. So I'm gonna try these lashes. I haven't used them yet, from a brand called Vixie in pink, and they look like that. And I like it because at the ends they get a little bit longer, and I like the way that that style looks on my eyes. I'm actually gonna do my lashes off camera because that's gonna take forever and a day, because I struggle putting my own lashes on every time. So I'll be right back. Okay, lashes are done, and I look real crazy right now. Over here I look so beautiful. Anyways, so for my pores, I'm gonna use this e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I'm just gonna use my finger like this, just rub it in there. I'm just gonna put it here next to my nose, on my nose, forehead, and like under my nose, like my nose here. So for my face, I haven't been going in with foundation first. I've been doing like the reverse, where I use cream contour first or concealer, and then I put the foundation on top. Wow, I am so itchy. I'm gonna use LA Girl Pro Conceal again in Fawn. Make beautiful little lines like that. Oh, Bobby, I'm coming right now. Then I'm gonna blend it out with this Cherish McAvoy 55 Deluxe Blender, and it looks like that. As I get to the center of my face, I like really like to blend it out because I don't like it to look like harsh lines there. This is just so that I don't have to put so much foundation and like powder on top. It's already done underneath. Now I'm gonna go with foundation. The Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. I use two colors because I'm like in between shades right now. 220 and 228, which is soft tan, and then the 220 is natural beige. This is what I usually am in the winter, but I still have like a fake, not a fake tan. I still have a tiny tan from the summer. I have it on the back of my hand like that. And then I'm gonna take this MAC 151 brush. It's like a little stippling brush. And I like to use this for foundation so that it doesn't like look thick on my face. And I just dab onto a little bit of the foundation. And I just start circling it in around the little cream contour that I just did. And then whatever's left on there, then I'll just kind of go over the cream contour. And now I never go under my eyes. So that's what it looks like so far. Then for concealer, I'm gonna go in with a more light peachy color, and I'm gonna use the Milani Conceal and Perfect Longwear Concealer in Light Natural. And that's gonna cancel out any of the dark circles that I have. And I don't like to put a lot because this concealer is thickums. I'll spray a little bit of my e.l.f. blender with glycerin spray, just a tiny bit, just to moisten it up because it's been sitting here for like 30 minutes. And then just blend away. To set my face, I'm going to use the Colourpop No Filter Loose Setting Powder. I don't know if you can see it because the light is so bright, but that's what it looks like. And I think this has like a yellowy undertone. It's like a neutral undertone, like that. And I just put a little bit on the cap, like that much. I love this powder because first of all, it's affordable. Second, it's so light on the face. And I just feel like it has a brightening effect for some reason. It's so beautiful. Whatever is on the cap, I'll just use that with my blender to set the rest of my face. Okay, so I was gone for about 45 minutes. Baby started crying, and I had to save the day. Okay, now we're gonna bronze. Not really contour, because we kind of already did that, as you can see. As you're gonna shake. For bronzer, open sesame. Okay, so I'm gonna use this Milani bronzer. It's the Silky Matte Bronzy Powder in Sunkissed. And that is what it looks like. And I'm gonna use this e.l.f. Angled Blush Brush. It's one of my favorite brushes ever of life. Last time that I used this, it was very pigmented, so is it doing anything? What's going on? And I like to take it down my neck just to make sure everything matches. Then for blush, I'm gonna use this e.l.f. brush, mineral powder brush. And I'm gonna use my Juvia's Place palette again. The Saharan Blush Volume 2 palette. You guys are probably sick of seeing this palette on my Instagram and on here. And I always use this color, Lena. You know, yeah, let me mix this one and this one. And tap it off because this thing is super pigmented, oh my god. And I'm not pressing onto my skin. I'm literally just touching the surface very lightly. I'm just doing it on the apples of my cheeks. I'm taking it back a tiny little bit. And if you ever feel like you put too much, take a clean brush with some translucent powder and just go over that spot again. Then underneath my eyes, I'm gonna use this little brush from Morphe M321. And it looks like this. And I'm just gonna use whatever eyeshadows I used up top here. I'm gonna put them underneath. I'm gonna go with Kissy first. That lighter brown. So with the same brush, I'm gonna take the Cameroon color, that reddish brown color, and just get a little higher up. And I actually want this look to look a little bit more warm. So I'm gonna take the first blending brush that I use, the M505 from Morphe, and I'm gonna dip in very lightly into that orange color. And I'm just gonna put that in my crease. There we go, eyes are done. Actually, I'm gonna use a little bit of mascara. I'm gonna use my L'Oreal Carbon Black, Voluminous Carbon Black mascara. This one's waterproof. I hate waterproof, but this is the closest thing to me and it's cheap. I'm gonna put that on the bottom lashes. And I haven't been putting on highlighter lately. I've been loving the matte look. So we're just gonna keep it just like this. And then lips, let's do lips. For lips, you guys are gonna laugh at me. I'm using the Ulta Beauty Gel Eyeliner in the color Chocolate because I can't find my Colourpop BFF3 or something like that lip liner. So this is actually one that I use sometimes like when I can't find that one. So yeah, this is what I use to line my lips. I want like a brown lip today. I went a little high there. I don't know what happened. Because it's gel, it goes on so smooth and so fast. I usually don't go this dark on my lips, so I'm gonna lighten it up with these. Do you remember this? The Wet n Wild little lipsticks that look like this. This is in the color Bare It All. Sometimes to just get on the corners like perfectly, I like stamp. It's weird. And let's fix my brows. My brows are wearing me. Of course, the day that I'm filming, my eyebrows look not so natural. Okay, and then I'm gonna set my face again with that glycerin spray that we used earlier. These little hairs are so annoying. Just to hydrate my face a little bit because everything is matte, 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 matte. And that is my go-to fall glam. I love a matte look. It's my favorite. The only shimmer that I have is on my eyelids, and you can't even really tell like that unless you're like really close. I try to keep everything affordable for you guys. Usually I just use whatever is closest to me, but I wanted to keep this affordable for everybody since not everybody has the coins, especially after this pandemic. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.